All right, all right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Today is January 29th, 2015. My name is Rex Harris, and as always, it's a privilege to be able to spend some time with you amazing people here today. Um, I bring good tidings of great news with me today as we are now finally set up and ready to relaunch the Academy. Uh, all of the new entry pages are in place, including the $997 one-time offer. We've also added a payment plan for people on that one-time offer, as well as the original pro membership that was included inside the Academy. So I want to give you guys today a little bit of a preface on why we're doing what we're doing. I can't speak for everybody, but I know that myself, Ricardo, Laura, Michelle, Donna, Jocelyn, Tony, Roger, and Justina, Renee Sullivan, all the people that have been monumental in the support of this project. And if I missed anybody's name, please forgive me, because there's a lot of you that have been amazing through this process. We all speak from a place of the heart where we have the same ideals and, the same desire to see more people be able to turn a profit with their home business so they can be at home with their families full time. This has been the overall focus of the Academy since we launched it, is to show people how to create time and money freedom. And it's an amazing thing when you have a profitable home business that lets you basically set your own schedule and be at home with your family during the day versus having to go off and trade time for money so somebody else can turn a profit. So with that, this has been a culmination of a lot of years of work, a lot of study, a lot of traveling to different events and connecting with and meeting marketers who are at a much higher skill set than I am. There's always somebody out there that knows better than you. And it's been an interesting journey, especially over the last 3 years, as I've really expanded my name and my brand throughout our workspace, traveling to events and working on different projects with people, including Ricardo Rodriguez, Laura McCarthy, and others. So I came into the home business workspace a little over a decade ago at a point in time where it was much easier to make money online than it is today, in terms of just sitting down at your computer and going through a series of mechanics, posting ads and generating sales. You can still do that in today's day and age through Facebook and other resources, but it's not what it used to be. And one of the challenges that has just stagnated so many people over the years is time. If you're working a full-time job, 8 hours a day, and you've got kids, you're involved with church, you have other extracurricular activities, things that you like to do, it makes it a challenge to find time for your business. And the most important thing that you can do for your business is commit time to it, but you have to commit time to it in such a way where you're actually productive and getting something done. Because if you're not productive and getting something done, you're not going to make any money. And the problem that we address within the Academy is very simple. It's a time problem. And the time problem is that it requires X amount of time to do the learning necessary to do the right work so you can get a profitable result. And because of that, when you have to separate the time to learn and the time to do the work, that requires more time of you. So we asked, what if there was a way that we could offer people the opportunity to learn and get the work done at the same time? And there's really no way to ensure that. However, there was something that we could do that has not been done a lot in the home business community. I mean, there's a lot of people that have done it for thousands and tens of thousands of dollars, but there's not a lot of people that have offered what we're offering for the price that we're offering. So with that, I'm pleased to be able to share with you guys today that we have put together a platform here that is going to give you more time to interact and engage with people who are already turning a profit in the home business workspace, people who are already working from home full time, people who are already experiencing that time and money freedom, people like myself, Ricardo Rodriguez, who happens to be on a cruise with about 400 plus marketers this weekend, you know, networking, connecting, who knows, maybe working out different joint ventures. I mean, and it's these experiences and what we learn that we bring to the community here at the Academy of Home Business. It's a challenge to watch people struggle the way that they do sometimes, and a lot of that struggle is totally unnecessary. Now, I realize before we go any further that there are a lot of people that, for whatever reason, will continue to stay on that path of failure because they choose to. They'll let ego get in the way. They'll think that they know more than other people. You know, they'll experience fear when it comes to, you know, investing money into their business through advertising and stuff like that. You know, there's always going to be those people. But out of all of the people in our workspace that are successful, the percentage of those people is so small. And I believe and have believed for a long time that if there was a better way to impart knowledge and experience and skills to people, that we could, you know, at the very least, offer a percentage of those people who are not being successful the opportunity to do so, simply because of the fact that they're getting that hands-on learning experience and they're saving time. You know, it's, you know, there's plenty of videos and plenty of content to go around inside the Academy. We have new videos and new content that's going to be loaded all weekend long. We have new banners in place. We have new capture systems that are going to be in place. So by this coming Monday, you know, this is going to be something that people can utilize to, you know, start a business. You want to use the Academy as your primary business, great. If you want to use the Academy to build a network marketing business, or if you want to use the Academy to improve your affiliate marketing skills or your email marketing skills, all of that stuff is here for you. And the premise that we're building all of this on is based on really the three different marketing types that are most common to home business owners: network marketing, affiliate marketing, and direct sales. Because I have found that in talking with the majority of the people who want to start a home-based business, outside of the ones that want to, you know, create their own products and sell them and stuff like that, that these three categories line up perfectly with the majority of the people in our workspace. And one of the challenges that I've seen people face over the years is not knowing which is which and not making a decision as to which is best for them. And I'm going to use an example here. I'm going to use Laura McCarthy. For those of you that know Laura, you know, Laura's been in our workspace for several years now. She went through pretty challenging times, as many people do, kind of getting her groove. But when she finally found a business model that matched up with her likes and her needs and her desires, she experienced a complete transformation in her business in a very short period of time. And when I say short period of time, I'm talking a month and a half, 2 months, from, you know, being at a point where, you know, you're not sure what to do next, to being so confident in your business model that you're excited to wake up and work your business every day. And that's what Laura's experiencing right now. And that's a phenomenal thing. And we're excited to be able to impart more of that to as many people who would step forward and say, hey, Rex, hey, Ricardo, hey, Laura, hey, Jocelyn, hey, Michelle, hey, Donna, hey, Roger, hey, Justine, I'd really like to connect with you and get this stuff down to a science. So it's consistently working for me every day like it works for you guys. We're also doing something through the academy that, to my knowledge, I don't think I've ever seen it done before on the scale that we're going to be offering it. It may be available out there for, a couple $1,000s or into the 5-figure mark. It's a lot of the personal one-on-one stuff is, but we've decided that one of the benefits that we could bring to our community was to have a seniors club where people who are in their retirement years, who are working to make money online, who might not have the computer skills and the technical and mechanical skills that they need to be able to work with people who can, at their pace, work them through that process and have, one-on-one assistance and private exclusive workshops when they need them. So the whole premise of the academy here is really very simple. It's to get people connected with people who can walk them through a process. I don't know if any of you are fans of the television show The Prophet with Marcus Lemonis, but Marcus has this formula that he follows known as the 3 P's of profit. Okay. And the 3 P's are people, process, and product, product being last, because of the fact that people are such an integral part of your organization or your business. Obviously, focusing on the people is incredibly important. Focusing on having the right people to execute the skills necessary for the business to operate. I mean, all of these things are vital. And second only to people is process. If you ask Ricardo or me or Laura or anybody else who is consistently, turning a profit on the internet, you will find that we are creatures of habit. We have daily routines that we follow based on our business model that we know produce results. For example, with Ricardo, his primary home business is a network marketing based business opportunity, and he has a very specific plan of action and a very specific set of tools and scripts that he utilizes to build his business every day. And that's his business. He's not focusing on 900 different things. He's focusing on that as his primary business. And that creates for him enough free time that he can venture out and go on cruises and events like, many of us do, and work with other networkers in the development of products or other internet marketers, excuse me. So, I mean, the more focused that you are in the foundational stages of your business, the more freedom that's going to bring you as you move forward. I just see I got a message here on Facebook here real quick. Let me double check that just to make sure that everything's good to go. Okay. So what I'm going to do today here is kind of give you guys a basic walkthrough of what we're offering through the academy right now. And then for those of you, and I know there are many of you out there that are planning on promoting the academy as a primary home business, we're going to walk through a little bit of training here today, and then we're going to be doing a private exclusive workshop tonight for all of our Pro and Gold members at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's going to be much more detailed. We will have all of the new banners in place by tonight. For those of you that are already upgraded to the Pro or Gold level, for those of you that want to start bringing personal referrals on board right now, I know many of you have had people waiting. You can go ahead and do that right now. Everything is set up on the front end. It's been tested. It's working. It's ready to go. Like the only thing that we do have left to change as far as the promotional stuff is concerned is we are going to be adding a new series of banners. And for those of you that already have banners running for the academy, fear not. The only thing that's going to change is the images. The URLs that you have out there are going to stay exactly the same, so you won't have to worry about going through and doing a bunch of rework and reposting banners. The image will automatically appear wherever you have banners advertising once we make the changes to those images. So that's going to make it, it'll make it a lot easier on those of you that are using the banners, because banners are a very effective method of advertising. I mean, the key in all of this is getting people to see a presentation. If you watch what Ricardo does, if you've been to any of his live dial workshops, which resume next week, if you've had the chance to do any one-on-one work with him, you'll notice that when he does what he does, that the same thing applies as it does to, you know, most people who are working within that space. It requires, you know, a specific plan of action that you can follow every day. And the whole purpose behind the academy is to give you that. And this would be my cat Jackson, who has come up for a visit. Buddy, you'll have to come back and visit here in a bit. I'm live on the internet. So the fundamental idea behind referral business, you know, as I just said there a moment ago, is getting people to a presentation. This is exactly what Ricardo does day after day after day. If you listen to what he does with the ultimate script, it's very simple. Hi, my name's Ricardo Rodriguez. I'm calling you from my house in Miami, Florida. How are you? Okay. Ricardo only calls leads from Miami. Miami's a monster city. He'll never run out of leads to contact. And the reason that he does that is because he lives in Miami. So when he calls somebody else from Miami and that Miami area code shows up on their phone, it creates at the very least a little bit of association and gives you a little more trust than you would probably have, you know, calling people outside of your state, just instantly right there, because of one key focal point in making sure that I'm calling people from the city where I live. Now, depending on where you live, that may not, you know, be as easy for you as it is for somebody that lives in a major city, but, you know, it's that same association that still apply, or the same associations that still apply, you know, regardless of where you live and which business opportunity you're promoting. It's the same technique that we teach when we're sharing with our affiliates here at the Academy how to utilize IBO Toolbox to generate referrals. The first thing that we always talk to, you know, talk to people about on IBO Toolbox is IBO Toolbox. Why do we do that? It's very, very simple. It gives us that point of association. It gives us something in common. It gives us a foundation for our conversation to grow on. Okay, and this is a fundamental element of networking and direct sales that a lot of people miss. Back when I was selling Kirby vacuum cleaners door to door, you know, we used to have this phrase. It was make a friend, make a sale. Well, that same thing still applies today, and those points of association in that process are vital to your continued success. Again, it's one of those elements that becomes part of your business every day. Okay. One of the most helpful aspects of having a routine in place is, you know, getting you focused on your business. I've seen it so many times throughout the years where people get so lost in what's going on stage, if that makes sense to you, what's going on with the leaders in their business, what's, you know, who's earning what. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've been on a conversation with people like that. Well, do you know so-and-so is earning X amount of dollars per month? And my reply to them is usually it's tactful, but in my mind, it's like, so what? What does that do for me? Okay, Ricardo would ask the same question. Ricardo asks this all the time. What's in this for me? And that's not being selfish or being greedy. That's simply, you know, understanding that, you know, if the whole purpose of your business obviously is to solve a problem, but it's also to turn a profit. And, you know, you have to be willing to ask that question. You know, this is great, but what's in it for me? And the reason that we ask that question is the same reason that everybody else asks that question. Okay. I mean, think about how many of you watch shows like Shark Tank or Dragon's Den, and you see these, you know, millionaires and billionaires offering people business deals and investments to, you know, partner with them in a specific business. And if there wasn't something in it for them, you can guarantee they're not going to do it. Okay. So that type of thinking, that type of mentality is not selfish. It's common sense. So focusing on the business versus focusing on everything that's going on with the company is so important. If Ricardo was spending his entire day focused on what everybody else in his primary business was doing, he'd never have time to get his own stuff done. Okay, remember, your business is your business. And yes, there are 900 people, that are probably promoting the same business opportunity you are, or maybe even the same affiliate product that you are. But it's those tested techniques that are going to get you the results that you want in terms of, turning a profit. So very important that, in 2015 that you make that commitment to yourself and make that commitment to your family that I'm going to focus on my business. I'm going to focus on the plan of action and the process that is required of me to ensure that my business is turning a consistent profit daily, weekly, or monthly, depending on how you get paid by who it is that you're selling for. All right. So what I want to share with you guys today, for those of you that are here, is a very simple, straightforward approach to getting people to take a look at what you're doing. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to become completely disconnected from the outcome. Okay, that's number one. Darren Little taught me that. And number two, to have a way to offer people a solution to a problem that they're facing right now. Well, obviously, the Academy of Home Business offers multiple solutions to multiple problems that people are facing in the home business workspace all the time. So that being the case, it only makes sense that the work that I do be done consistently in an environment where my primary target audience exists. And one of those places here, as I turn on screen share and we jump into the infinite loop, is a resource known as IBO Toolbox. All right, let me make sure screen sharing kicks on there. It did, and we just jumped into the infinite loop there. So I'm going to run over to IBO Toolbox real quick. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here today because we are going to be doing an in-depth training on this again tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. But for those of you that are not already using IBO Toolbox, it's a social network that consists of the people that make up our word space, those people that fall into those three categories we talked about earlier: network marketing, affiliate marketing, or direct sales. As we wait for the site to load here. Now, if you're not already set up with IBO Toolbox, you can log into the Academy today and go into the referral builder and create your account there. It doesn't cost anything to participate in IBO Toolbox. It's absolutely free. The only thing there really is to spend money on in here is advertising, and I think that they've got another little membership opportunity that they opened through an element that they recently added here. But for those of you that are going to focus on generating referrals in the Academy, because we're paying you a significant amount of money to do that. We're paying you more than we're basically set this up so the members get the majority of the profit that comes through the website. All you have to do is create your free account and come in here and begin the process of interacting with the people here. Now, the cool part about that is the fact that the way that we present this to people will get you an overwhelming amount of yeses from the people that you do talk to. And the reason they're going to say yes to you is because the way this is presented, we already know that the majority of the people in our workspace are not successful. They have a problem that needs to be solved. And most likely it's a problem that we can solve doing what it is that we do. I've got a message here on Facebook I got to check here. Hold on just a second. Just make sure everything's functioning correctly. Let me go take a look at this real quick. Screen is flashing. All right. So I'm going to assume that it's not flashing now. Let me go back here and see if we can. Let's try this. Is that working better now, Laura? That flashing go away? I'm on the laptop outside because it's really warm out here and it's been kind of cold for Florida standards. So the sun was warm and I wanted to get out here and soak some of it in. So hopefully that stopped the flashing. Laura, if you could just let me know real quick, because I went to just the single window here. So that should be doing what we need it to do right now. Okay. So let me jump back here. Now, for those of you that are already members of the Academy Pro or Gold, there's actually a complete training series on conversational marketing inside of the Academy that you can go through this today. We are actually going to be completely redoing that. Okay, it looks to me like we're working good now. Yeah, I probably had too many tabs open. So all of the information is already in there. Scripts and everything are already there. We are going through and updating all of that right now. And when I say update it, probably simplifying it more than anything because of the fact that, you know, the Academy now is a completely generic entity. For those of you that have been with us for the duration, we had other plans for the Academy when we first launched it and quickly realized that there were some challenges not only with some of the organizations that we wanted to connect with. Also, there were challenges with some of the people that we were you know, considering as leaders within our company, and we ended up going through and making some significant changes over the past couple of months to bring you what we're bringing you now. To be able to offer people, you know, one-on-one access to people that are willing to walk them through a process. That's not easy to make happen. There's a lot of people out there that want a substantial amount of money to make that happen. And I can appreciate that. I understand, you know, what's available to people that work in consulting, because I work as a consultant and I know that making money as a consultant when you know what you're doing, is very profitable, and it's certainly something that we're willing to share with you. It's something that's really just going to happen by default as a member of the Academy, because the information that you're going to be receiving and the people that you're going to have the opportunity to connect with and grow with, I mean, is not what is available to people through most training-based platforms. And you know, you'll be able to utilize the Academy to do whatever you want. If you want to leverage the Academy for the purposes of building your network marketing business opportunity, then that's fantastic. If you want to focus on it and work with us directly, you know, to generate a referral business through the Academy, you can do that. I mean, you're gonna have that opportunity starting next week to spend 2 hours with me in the afternoon, just getting one-on-one assistance with this. You know, so I mean, we're taking this to a level that we know works based on years of testing. These are all marketing methods and techniques that we have utilized over the years, and we have compiled what works and we have removed what has not worked well for us and put it, you know, in a format where we believe it can be of greater benefit to people than it has been in the past. I mean, we're not poo-pooing videos and content and stuff like that. There's plenty of that for you inside the Academy. But what there's also plenty of for you is our time. You know, this is what I enjoy doing. This has been a vision that has culminated over a long period of time. And to actually sit down after months of work and have this ready to go as it is right now is a pretty rewarding thing. And I know that There's been some challenges with hosting and servers and all that stuff to make the site do what we want it to do. But lo and behold, by God's amazing grace, the day is here. And I'm telling you, for those of you that want to make a significant amount of money and just learning some simple direct sales strategy, I hate the word direct sales strategy actually, because what I'm teaching you really, it's a direct sales model, but there's really no sales involved with it at all, because all you're doing is offering people the opportunity to take a look at a solution to a problem that they're having for free and give them incredible content. So let me give you an idea of how this is going to work, some of the different things that you can do when you're talking to people. We're going to jump into the newest IBOs section here, and I'm just going to run over real quick, my script for new people in IBO Toolbox. Now, I go through the newest IBOs and I look for people who have a smile on their face, have some light in their eyes, and look like they're here. Professional appearance, is very important, or pictures of family, stuff like that is what I look for. And here is an example of a lady that perfectly matches that. Now, she doesn't have a phone number here, but if she did have a phone number, here's what I would do. I would be calling her up and I would be like, ring, ring, and she would be, hello, is Roxanne there? This is Roxanne. Roxanne, this is Rex Harris calling from IBO Toolbox. How are you today? Well, I'm great, Rex. Thanks. How are you? I'm fantastic. Thanks for asking. Say, listen, I was just doing some work in here. I happened to be going through the new member section there when I saw that you had just joined, and I wanted to call and say welcome and see what I can do to help you get started here. And people are blown away by that. Basically, their assumption is that I am a customer support specialist from IBO Toolbox that's there to help them get started. All right. So as we go through that process, what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll start taking a look at their profile. And for those of you that heard me do the live call the other night, it's the same basic thing. I take a look at their profile so I can find out what business that they're promoting primarily, so I have something to talk with them about as we go through this. She's a silver executive. Wow, that in Asante Organics. So there you go. I'll bet she probably, and she's from Maryland, so I'll bet she knows Ernie Pernard. I'd be willing to bet she does, because Ernie is a monster in Asante, and that's somebody else that, by God's grace, you guys are going to be hearing from here soon as well. Ernie is somebody that I have come to know, trust, and respect in our workspace after a long period of time, and I'm looking forward to the value that he brings. He brings a message with him too of life and hope. He lives his life in accordance with Christian principles, and he's a man who walks his walk, and it's going to be exciting to have him sharing with you. So now that I'm talking with Roxanne, and Roxanne, based on appearance here, and she's in Asante and stuff like that, I'm guessing that this is a lady, based on what her profile says, that is having some success in this. So these are all things that I can take, with me in my conversation. There's a couple of different approaches that I could take. If I'm looking at somebody who I believe, based on what I'm seeing, has had some success, what I say to them on the phone may differ from somebody that is brand new. If I come and says, Rex, I'm brand new to network marketing. I just joined a business opportunity. I absolutely love the product and I love the concept, but I just have no idea how to generate referrals with this thing. Well, that's when I'm going to say to him, well, let me ask you something. Would it be worth a few minutes of your time if I could show you a couple of techniques that would dramatically increase the amount of referrals that you're generating every month? Who's going to say no to that? So once I have that, the strategy is simple. In that case, I would connect them with Ricardo, or connect them with something inside the academy that was connected to Ricardo. Or maybe I'm talking to somebody that says, well, Rex, I'm brand new to this, and well, what have you seen that you've liked so far? What are some things that you've thought about in terms of marketing what you're doing? And maybe they tell me, well, I really like blogging, I like social media, and I like videos and stuff like that. So that's when I can ask, well, would it be worth a few minutes of your time if I could introduce you to a couple of ladies who are doing phenomenally well in that workspace? Then they'd be absolutely. So all I have to do then is go over to my account inside the academy, and that's actually the admins area. Let me go back into the main members area here. I've been spending a lot of time in the admin panel and will be for the rest of the weekend. But all I got to do is come over here to the Academy, log into my account. And now I can accomplish two things. All right, number one, let me scroll down past the new offer here for the pro members. Okay, I can come in here to my marketing system and I can grab, well, that's not what I want. I want the affiliate tools. I'll get there, I promise. The menu's like jumping on me because my laptop is old and slow. It's getting replaced next month. Try that again. Affiliate tools is what I'm looking for. Okay. Now, what you're going to find when you go into affiliate tools is you're going to find a series of lead capture systems that are available to use. For those of you that have AWeber, you can incorporate your AWeber account right into your capture pages here inside the Academy and collect email addresses that way. But what we also have, just like you're watching this Hangout today, is we have pages where you can invite people to watch Hangouts. And our trainers here inside the Academy, each one of them, most of them have their own Hangout page right now. I'll be developing Ricardo's with him when he gets back from his cruise. But here we have a workshop where the blog babes offer a ton of value, and you can send them right here. Well, I'll tell you what, they just did a fantastic training on free graphic design software that they use for generating traffic to their blogs and the social media. You know, I'd be happy to share that with you. What's your best email address? They're going to give you that email address, and then you're going to send them that video, and then you're going to have the perfect person to follow up with. And you're going to find that the more you do this, the more success you're going to have with this, because you're not having to do any selling. All you're doing is connecting with people what they want, and they're going to follow through the process as they're called to action to do so. And then once they begin the new member registration process, that's when they go through the one-time offer, the monthly payment plan offer, and then the pro membership if they only choose a pro membership. There's going to be multiple options for them to invest in themselves on their way into the Academy. All right. Otherwise, they're just, you know, they just stay on your list as a lead. We had toyed with the idea of eliminating the free member database, but after consulting with some people, we decided against that. We have been purging inactive accounts, but people that are free and active are going to get to stay. Because I have found that there are times where people will come in free and active for a period of time, and then they start to see the value. Think, man, I really should have taken that one-time offer. Is there any way for me to still get that? And for those of you between you and me and the brick wall, if we get some free that come back to us and say, hey, you know, I took a look at this, I've been to your workshops, I really feel like a bonehead for passing up on that OTO. Is there any way, you know, for me to still get that? We're going to honor that for people. You know, that's not something I want you to go out there and broadcast to everybody on the internet. But I mean, our objective here more than anything is to be of quality assistance to people in the process of getting the right work done. And you'll notice that for those of you that do see the OTO page, many of you won't see it because you're already upgraded gold members. That I talk about work, and a lot of people frown on that when it comes to marketing. It's like, oh, if you tell people that there's work involved, they won't want to participate. Well, quite honestly, you know, the people, I mean, I would prefer to have people in the Academy who aren't afraid of work, because I will tell you that, yes, by God's amazing grace, as you saw demonstrated behind me here, you know, I'm a full-time home business owner. I've got a gorgeous home. By God's amazing grace, was just able to buy my wife a freaking sexy convertible last week. And, you know, this is not complicated. Okay. It doesn't require millions of dollars to live a fantastic lifestyle. I'm living proof. Okay. My journey is at a place just like everybody else's journey is at a place, and I'm always working to move forward. But I mean, I share these things with you to demonstrate that these are things that you can accomplish in a very short period of time when you make the decision to get focused. Okay. And we are doing our level best to make that as easy for people on the academy as we possibly can, because now you're going to know where to send people. You know, one of the things that I didn't like about the original foundation of the academy is just the complexity of it. I mean, the design logistics alone would have taken us years to do everything everybody was talking about. And unfortunately, we were dealing with some people that wanted to you know, share ideas, but didn't want to put forth any of the effort. So, um, by God's grace, we have those people in place now that are willing to put forth the effort. And when you do that, when you do put forth the effort, when you do the work, when you follow the action steps, you're going to have more time and money freedom in the next 90 days to 6 months than you've ever experienced in your life. And you're going to wonder, how did that happen so fast? Why did I struggle all these years? You know, well, chances are you were, you know, many, you know, I mean, and I'm not speaking for you, but I'm speaking from the countless numbers of surveys that we've done over the years. You know, it really boils down to people just not having a plan of steps to follow in the process so they know what to do every day. Most people don't know what to do every day. They're constantly fishing. That's why they spend, good grief, thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, hundreds of thousands of dollars on informational products in our workspace every month, every week. People are buying new informational products. Just ask Jocelyn Jones. Jocelyn loves informational products, and she buys some good ones too. But nothing replaces the opportunity to learn from people directly. I don't believe that anything expedites the learning process like that. I believe that, you know, for me to sit down and work with somebody while I'm teaching them the process while they do the work as I watch their computer screen, that's something that ingrains in their subconscious. That's something that becomes habit. That's something that they will remember. It will become secondhand to them. And that's the objective here, is to get this to the point where you sit down at your computer and you know what to do every day, because and you're going to love doing it every day, because you're going to find out that within a very short period of time, and again, ask Laura McCarthy, that if you're doing the same things every day and you're continuing the learning process and applying what you learn to make yourself better, you can completely transform your home business in a very short period of time. All right. What Ricardo's been able to do with his primary business, he doesn't like me to talk a lot about details, so I'll keep it as tame as I possibly can. But here's a guy that was very successful in another business opportunity who ran into a challenge with that particular company and decided to switch companies. Ricardo's not a program jumper. He was with this other company for a long period of time. The reason that he made the change as a businessman, because it was of necessity, because the other company, for whatever reason he left, did not line up with his beliefs, with his standards. So he did find another company that did. He's been within that company, I believe now 10, 11 months. And in that short period of time has been able to generate a 5-figure monthly income just with that primary business opportunity. Why did that happen for Ricardo when it doesn't happen for so many other people? Because here's what Ricardo does. Ricardo gets up every day. He dresses for success. He gets on the phone and he follows the script letter for letter, time after time after time. And if you've never been to a session of live dials with Ricardo, I encourage you to do that, because you will see that what he does, and this is exciting stuff for network marketers, gets him a yes 95% of the time to take a look at the presentation, which is key. is getting people to take a look at something. Just like an IBO toolbox, the strategy I shared with you a few minutes ago to bring somebody to take a look at something, the same thing applies there. You know, I heard Dave Woods say this from stage at an Empower Network event over a year ago. And when he first said it, I laughed because I thought, you know, that's just another example of people oversimplifying this and not going through the steps and rah rah rah. You know, but the truth of the matter is, now that, you know, I've learned from that, I've learned from the people in Empower Network, I've learned from the people at JV Zoo, I've learned from Ricardo, I've learned from other network marketers. You know, what he said from stage that day was probably is common sense a thing as I'd ever heard in my life when it comes to referral business. Okay. Find people, get them to the video. Find people, get them to the video. Find people, get them to the video. Okay. That's basically what it comes down to. Okay. Finding people in itself is great. You know, what you want to do is you want to find those people that are a perfect fit for what it is that you're offering and get them to the video. And let the video presentations, let the marketing materials do their job. Understand that your primary role, quite honestly, is just being a connector, connecting people with solutions to their problems or connecting people with other people. It's really a very simple thing to do, ladies and gentlemen. And quite honestly, it's a travesty to me that there are people in this workspace that have been here for a half a decade plus that are still working full-time jobs. There's no excuse for that when the solution is so simple. You know, if your family's not important enough for you to walk through the anxiety and pick up the frickin' phone, then quite honestly, you know, I'm not quite sure what to tell you. If that's the case, you need to start attending Laura McCarthy's workshops and learn how to sell t-shirts and affiliate products on Facebook if you don't want to talk to people. And this is why we're focusing on those 3 points because, you know, truth be told, is there a way, Rex, that I can make money using my computer where I don't have to phone prospect and recruit and stuff like that? Yes, there is. It's called affiliate marketing. Okay. And it works. And you can do the majority of your business with very little interaction with your customer base, especially if you're using Teespring, because they do all that. All you have to do is post the ads, sell the t-shirts, and Teespring does the rest. The only thing you have to do is stay on top of your fan pages, and Laura teaches you how to do all of that. And she's learning from some of the best people out there. I mean, some of the training that she received last week was awesome, and it made so much sense, and it's going to be so much better for people. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and turn screen sharing off here real quick. Let me get back here because we do have a considerable amount of work to do yet this afternoon before our evening launch party tonight and training at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We want to make sure that all these banners and stuff are in place today. And we'll have the majority of the new capture pages available next week. When Ricardo gets home from the cruise here, he's actually going to be traveling to our house here. We're going to start working on videos, be going back and forth to Miami, and really ramp this thing up, especially in preparation for Marketing Mayhem coming up in San Diego in March, where the JV Zoo Rockstars book is coming out. Myself, Robert Blakely, Ricardo Rodriguez are all going to be featured in that book, as is the Academy. And there are many of you that are going to benefit from that because there's a cool little URL in your rotator. And for those of you that have been kind of the founding fathers and mothers of the Academy over the last several months, all of you are going to actually have your referral link in that rotator. And imagine that, you know, times that book being distributed to the countless tens of thousands of people using JV Zoo and the hard copy that's going to be distributed all across the United States by the authors that contributed. So we have some exciting things in place with the Academy. And our offering to you is really very simple. We have found that getting where you want to be with your home business is a challenge for most people. What helped me more than anything was having people available to walk me through the process. Granted, I spent a heck of a lot more money than what we're asking to get that one-on-one assistance, but nonetheless, the most it was the most beneficial information I'd ever received to actually be able to sit down side by side with people like Tom Beal and John Cornetta and Chris Record and the other people that I've had the chance to watch over their shoulder in our workspace and actually see what it is that they're doing. Things just click so much easier when you've got somebody explaining it as they go versus sitting there watching a video. How many times have you guys ever watched training videos where the trainer seems rushed or impatient, this is so simple, everybody should get it and stuff like that? You're not going to find that here. I'm a pretty abrupt dude, but I also realize that the way that you treat people is going to come back to you over and over and over again. And I think it's time, quite honestly, that the people in our workspace were treated. We're treated better than what I see them treated, especially on Facebook. I see some stuff on Facebook where I mean successful marketers that I know post things that quite honestly makes them sound like a bully, and that's not what we're about here. Granted, I mean, we're not, please, don't misunderstand me. It's like Robert Herjavec, says, don't mistake my kindness for weakness. And I think every leader in the academy would stand behind me with that. But at the same point in time, we all live our lives by a basic code that, empowers us and guides us daily to treat people the way that we would want to be treated. So we are happy that you are here. We're excited to bring you this new and improved version of the Academy with some fantastic people who know what they're doing. No more learning from people who aren't making money. No more any of this stuff. You're going to be learning from people that know how to get results. Roger Mitchell came to me the other day and asked me if I would consider, offering some safe list and traffic exchange training again. And my first instinct was absolutely no way, forget it. But after talking with him and listening to what he said and hearing about the system that he has in place for doing what he does, I'm thinking, man, if you can teach people to get traffic with that, then I'm all for it. If you can teach, I said, Roger, here's what I need to know. When you're teaching people to generate that traffic, is it traffic that people can promote something to and collect an email address? He said, absolutely. I said, are you demonstrating that? He said, absolutely. And I said, by golly, then let's show people. Because there's people out there that are utilizing safe list and traffic exchanges and they love them. And there's a lot of people that do get results with them. And if I've got a guy that knows how to get results with them, God bless him. And there's people out there that are already using them. They might as well learn how to get better results with them. So we're keeping a very open mind here at the Academy. But again, we're only bringing you, information from people that we know beyond the shadow of a doubt gets a result. Okay. And that result, most importantly, being turning a profit and helping you create time and money freedom. Because I believe, as many of the people here at the Academy believe, there's not a greater gift that you can give yourself and your family than that freedom to do whatever you want, wherever you want, whenever you want. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Like I said, for those of you that have people that are ready to join, and I know many of you do, you can go ahead and get them signed up this afternoon. We'll have the new banners in place. It's going to be a very limited banner set right now. Most of the banners that are in there, we are going to pull to match the new branding, but we'll be adding new banners and new promotional materials all along, just the way that we always have. It's just something now that you guys can go out there and share with people. And when you put your head on the pillow at night, hey, what we're doing is the right thing. What we're doing is good. And we're giving people some real value. We're not just stacking, empty promises on a page and delivering, garbage videos to people. We're for those that want it, we are providing our time. And I'm very excited to be able to do this. I'm really excited about the new private exclusive workshops for our gold members next week, where you actually can come right out in the afternoon, hang out with me for a couple hours, ask your questions, have me walk you through processes, whatever you need. We're going to be available for you during those times. For those that are going to be Gold Plus members, one-on-one help on demand. All you got to do is send in a help desk ticket, and we can get you connected with a person who is going to be best suited for whichever business model or whichever method of marketing that you're using. If you're using blogging and social media, affiliate marketing, network marketing, direct sales, referral business, we have everybody in place ready to assist you now. So again, thank you very much. As always, again, privileged to spend some time with you here tonight. We will see you again this afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern time for more t-shirt training with Laura McCarthy. Today she's going to be showing you guys, I believe, the basics of how to get things going with Teespring and your Teespring back office, which is stuff you definitely need to know. And then tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to go through and do a private exclusive affiliate training for all of our Gold and Pro members as kind of a launch party to really set things off and get things moving forward here in a great way. Super excited, as I know many of you are. My Facebook's been blowing up all morning. Is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? It's like, yes, I told you it would be ready at noon. And thank God it was this time, because the last thing that I wanted to do today was have to send out another email saying, gee, guys, sorry, failure to launch again. Good grief. But, sometimes technology is like that. And, you've got to make sure that things are right when you put them out there. And we're going to continue to bring you guys a community and a platform that I believe that it's going to get you excited, that you're going to be proud of, that you're going to want to stay associated with over a long period of time. There's really, we're not a network marketing business opportunity. We are a community and a learning center where you can actually come and interact with people who are successful, versus just watching them on a hangout show you what they do and then try to mass sell you their product at the end. I mean, that's affiliate marketing, and I'm all for it. God bless it. But it's like I told my friend Ernie Pennard on the phone the other day. I said, bro, I said, I've been doing this for 16 years now, and I have been involved in more business opportunities than I can shake a stick at. I've sold more products and generated more website work and consulting work than I ever dreamed was even possible. It's been a phenomenal ride, but said there comes a point in time where I said, it's just time to launch my own deal and give people what works. No more hiding the fine print and all that stuff that says, yes, you can make money on the internet, but you need to spend X amount of dollars every month and stuff like that, where the truth of the matter is, that's not the case. You don't have to spend any money on marketing whatsoever if you don't want to, and we're going to show you that. Okay, that's the truth. You can do everything that you want to do online. For those of you that don't want to spend a lot of money on advertising and marketing in the beginning and still get results, we can show you how to do that. So, there are ways to get this done outside of spending thousands and tens of thousands of dollars on advertising and marketing every month. Okay. Is it going to be something that might stretch you and take you outside of your comfort zone? Yeah, it's going to. Okay. But again, and I'll wrap up with this. You have to ask yourself this simple question. Okay. Is the long-term freedom and comfort of your family, okay, worth going through whatever you need to go through, from a personal development standpoint to get them there? Do you need to, let me rephrase that. Are you going to be the type of person who, despite the discomfort that you feel when you're connecting with people in the beginning, are you the type of person that's going to do that anyway because you love your family that much? Or are you the type of person that's going to quit and hide and hide in the background and not do the work? Okay. And if you're the type of person that says, you know what, Rex, I'm really to step up. I don't care how uncomfortable I have to be for how long. If it's turning a profit and it's going to bless my family and bless my friends and bless my community, then so be it. I'm all for it. Then you're in the right place at the right time. And I would encourage you, if you're on this page right now and you're not already a member of the Academy, utilize the form on the bottom right-hand side of this page right now. And you can create your account in the Academy, and it will show you everything that we offer inside. And you could actually get set up and get one-on-one assistance with myself or Laura or a handful of other people today. if that's what you want. And we are excited to work with you. So don't forget to be back here, same place, same time, 3 p.m. Eastern time for Laura's training, and then back here again it won't be here tonight. It'll actually be on, we're actually going to be setting up a new Hangout page for these type of Hangouts. That will be on there tonight. I just didn't have time to set it up today, so I had to hijack Laura's this afternoon. Thank you, Laura. So with that, that's all for me. We've gone an hour, and that's as long as we like to go. Appreciate all of your support through everything that's happened over the last couple months, with the family. I know many of you were praying and stuff like that when we went through what we went through with the baby and stuff like that. So, and by God's grace, she's a miracle. She's happy, and she's pooping exactly the way that she's supposed to poop when the doctors thought that wasn't even going to be possible. So, God is awesome, and, you get what you speak. Remember that. You always get what you speak. So speak life and speak truth and speak love into your life and the people around you. Forgive yourself. Love yourself enough to forgive yourself. Don't get hung up on things in the past you feel guilty about. There's nothing that you can do about them now. Just go out there and be a better you. That's the best gift that you can give to anybody. All right. So that's it for me. We will see you this afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern time, and then again tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And until then, God bless you. Bye for now.